How's it going? Just thought I'd make another quick curry. Nice lamb curry to this one. So what you're going to need for this is 1 kilogram of lamb. You can have it with the bone in or the bone out, or you can have a bit of both. I've got both because I had a whole leg of lamb, so I've just cut the leg of lamb up, and I've got bone and I've got some which is just without the bone. You need 400 grams of plum tomatoes, chili powder, salt, cumin, turmeric, garlic, ginger. I've got some ginger as well cut up for later on, some chilies for later on, and some fenugreek dried leaves as well, and olive oil. So this is what you do. We want about 100 ml of oil in the pan. Turn that up. 100 ml should be plenty. You can always add a little bit extra if you need to. Let me just heat that up a little. Like I said, the onions, you can use the red onions, you can use the yellow onions, it doesn't really make much difference. But there are stages to this curry, so I'll show you how that works. Okay, that's our oil. Let's get our onions straight in there. Jeez, onions are strong. So cook these on a high heat because you want these cooked until they're brown. That's going to help with the colour of the curry later. So get on high heat. And these, you don't want to really chop the onions up too much, you just need to put them into like half moons. Just slices of onion really, that's all you need. And the thing is about this curry is there's not much ingredients as well, so the only thing I've left out is coriander leaves, which you'll put on later, as you'll see. But a nice easy curry to make. So for this you need a teaspoon of salt, you'll need a teaspoon of chili powder, or a little bit less depending on how strong you like it for the heat. A teaspoon of cumin, a teaspoon of turmeric powder, I'd say about just over the thumb of ginger, and about 4 to 6 garlic cloves, or you can just use garlic paste, or you can use frozen garlic, which I've got here, and I've got frozen ginger as well, which is just pure ginger and pure garlic. Just starts to turn brown now. Fantastic. I haven't done a cooking video for a little while, so I thought I might as well do one while I'm just making this food. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe and share as well. It doesn't cost anything, and most people that watch the videos don't actually subscribe, and that's a bit of a pain because if you all subscribes, that's really going to help them. And it's totally free. You know what I mean? And these onions are just softening up nice now. and just soften it up, but we need to get them a little bit more brown. Usually takes about 10 minutes. But yeah, nice simple recipe. So you don't need that many ingredients as well. I think most people have already got these inside their kitchen anyway, so it's pretty decent. Okay, I'm going to leave that to go brown, those onions, and then I'll get back to you in a second. Okay, so that's our onions all browned off. Plenty. Next, garlic and our ginger. Just keep that going for about a minute. Just so you can start to smell the aroma and the garlic and the ginger mixing together. Just lower that heat for a second. So it's almost like a paste, that is now. Because when you put the garlic and ginger in, it tends to dry out a little. That's it, smells good now. You just smell that garlic and ginger coming through. Perfect. Okay, next we need our lamb. That's it, a kilogram to a kilogram and a half of lamb. Give this a good mix and turn up the heat. So we want this so the meat starts to brown. So give those onions and garlic and ginger a good mix. Mix that all in with the lamb, mix it well. Amazing. And turn up the heat full, because you want to brown this lamb really quick. So I've got the bone in there, and I've got just the meat as well itself. Just going to add a little bit more oil. I don't want it to get too dry. So keep mixing that lamb in there. I'm throwing it at the pan. Perfect. So we get like the fenugreek leaves and the chili and the strips of ginger and the coriander, which I've just got here. But that'll all go into the curry later. Just chop them stalks up. let's see how we're looking. Smell that coriander and chop it up, it's nice. So it's looking good, but you need it more brown than that because we've still got some raw. That's quite heavy, you know, that is. Make sure it's all mixed in good. And like I says, make sure that heat's on full because then it'll be better. It'll cook better. And plus, if you're cooking the lamb like this on full heat, what it does as well, when you start cooking the lamb later on, it helps tenderize it for when you get a better tasting curry. Means the last thing you want is a nice tasting curry that you've got to chew on the meat for 60 days just to swallow it. And you want that where it's a nice soft tender lamb. You know what, people can criticise me all they want, I'm no chef, I just give it a go. You know what I mean? Never claimed to be a chef, but I will get myself in the kitchen and I will give it a go. It's looking a bit better. Nice. So you've got the bone in there, you've got the marrow bone, which all adds to the flavour. Perfecto. This shouldn't take long now, about 10 minutes I reckon to brown it all off properly. You've still got that little bit of moisture from the meat as well, which is nice because that'll mix in with the tomatoes when you add the tomatoes in. No man, I haven't done a video for a while, a cooking video, so why not get one done while I'm making a bit of food and film it for you people to watch. So that's all browned off nice now. Now with this, what I've done as well, when you have a leg of lamb, you can cut all the fat off, which some people do. Me personally, I like to leave it all on. Right, now that's browned off a little. See, nice. Mixed in with the onions and the garlic and the ginger. Now we can add our tomatoes. Let's get that mixed in. So we've got our tomatoes in. Now we need to leave that for about 10 minutes. So we'll cover that. Just get that covered up and I'll get back to you in a second. Okay, that's been 10 minutes. Excuse me. So now our curry is looking like this. Look at that. Freaking amazing. I mean, so now we'll add our salt. Teaspoon of salt. Half a teaspoon to a teaspoon of chili powder. Teaspoon of turmeric or haldi. Teaspoon of cumin. Okay, just give these a good mix. Mix that in. This is looking decent, looking decent. As you can see now, the gravy, the sauce is just starting to thicken up there. So once we've mixed all this in, we just had about, shit, that went everywhere. We'll add about 300ml to 500ml of water. Here's our water. I've got 400ml there. Add that in. Perfecto. Just give that a good mix. Now to get this nice and soft, we want to get this covered and let this simmer down for about 1 hour. So the water will start to evaporate, but as the water starts to evaporate, the meat is gonna cook well. So make sure you push your meat down. Perfecto, and that's how we're looking now. So we're not complete yet, but we're getting there. So knock the heat down a little and put the lid on and leave that for about 1 hour to 1.5 hours. But keep checking on it, don't let it stick to the pan. If you need a little bit more water, just add a little bit more, but I don't think you will. If you add 500ml, you won't need any more water on a low heat. So just let that simmer for about 1 hour to 1.5 hours, then we should be good to go at the next stage. See you in a bit. Okay, that's 1 hour gone. So let's have a look at our lamb curry. Here we go, check this out. We are 1 hour in. Looks amazing. Now we can just put in our chopped coriander. Our fenugreek leaves, the dried ones. We've got a couple of chilies. You can use any chilies. You can use jalapenos, or you can use Thai chilies. And then we get our little bit of ginger. I want to save some of that for the top. So this is how we're looking now. A beautiful lamb curry. Amazing. Let me bring this a bit closer so you guys can see. There you go. There's our red chilies. There's our nice thick, beautiful sauce. You can just see the oil all coming through now. So we'll mix our fenugreek leaves in, our coriander, and a little bit of ginger. That will mix in. Like I said, this has been for what, 1 hour, but you can leave it in for 1.5 hours or even 2, just to tenderize the meat that little bit extra. I mean, I'm probably going to leave this in for probably another 30 minutes before I turn it off, but as it's on the hour mark, I can show you guys how far we've got now. So that's where we're at the moment. Just slap that lid back on for a second. Got a little bit more coriander, just chop that up just a little, and just a few more, just a little bit of our ginger. See, now that's the stage we're at. You can see all the oil is separating just over the back there. That is a nice curry, look at that. And the longer you leave that, the better it's going to taste as well. So that is really decent. I like that. So to me, when you get the bone in as well, it gives you that extra flavour, especially with the marrow bone that you can see just there. Look, a piece of marrow bone in there. Amazing. Absolutely freaking amazing, people. Don't forget to like, subscribe and share. It doesn't cost you anything, you know, so just do it. Totally free, and it helps me loads. So get onto it. So you can still see our tomatoes there all chopped, as well as a lot of them are blended in. We've got our coriander, which you can see, our strips of ginger, and just give that a couple of minutes. I mean, at this stage you can add a little bit of achar if you want to. You don't have to, but you can. Me personally, I'm not a big fan of it. It's alright, and sometimes it tastes okay, but I'm not a big fan of it. But you can add a little bit in there if you want to, just to help with a slightly different flavour. Like I said, for me it's not my thing, but you can add a couple of teaspoons of achar in there if you want to, no problem. Still going to taste great. So I think that's looking pretty good. Let me just turn that heat up a little. Yeah, I think I'll just leave this another half an hour. I mean, it's cooked, and it's still going to taste good, and the meat's still going to be quite tender, but I think if you leave it an extra half an hour, like I said, or even an extra hour, then you're going to be fine. It's going to be nice and tender. Okay, and that's how we're looking now. All the oil separated, all our meat, all there. Nice rich gravy, beautiful sauce there, and then we'll get some bits of coriander that we've just chopped up. There we go, check that out. And then we've got a little bit of ginger, just to garnish. You can mix it in as well, but there we go. And there is your beautiful, amazing, freaking splendid lamb curry. Check it out. Look how nice that is. Is that not a thing of beauty or what? I tell ya. Okay, don't forget to like, subscribe and share, and I'll catch you all in the next one. In a bit, man. Peace.